Rose. Amy Rose first appeared on Earth when she helped Sonic the Hedgehog fend off a swarm of metal Sonics with her signature Pico Pico hammer. When Sonic asked her identity, she revealed herself as another hedgehog, Amy Rose. In the video game series, she was once kidnapped by Metal Sonic as part of Dr. Eggman's plans. But after being rescued by Sonic, she developed a major crush on him and has stood by his side ever since. There were discussions about giving Amy a bigger role in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but the idea was ultimately scrapped due to limited storyline space and the need to give both her and Shadow the Hedgehog the focus they deserved. Dr. Eggman. Gerald Robotnik, abandoned as a baby, grew up as an orphan and outcast. Despite his challenging start, he became a genius electrical engineer with 5 philosophy doctorates. Recruited by the U.S. Armed Forces to investigate the Green Hills energy surge, Robotnik uncovered its source, Sonic the Hedgehog, a powerful alien. Obsessed with harnessing Sonic's abilities, Robotnik was ultimately defeated and exiled to the Mushroom Planet. There, he adopted the alias Dr. Eggman and vowed revenge. In the video game series, Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik is a brilliant yet villainous mad scientist. Renowned for his expertise in technology and schemes, he dreams of creating the Eggman Empire and building Eggman Land, a dystopian utopia. However, his plans are continually thwarted by Sonic and his allies. Alright, a challenge just for you. Only 5% of people can find the odd one out before the timer runs out. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Comment done if you manage to do it on time. Gerald Robotnik. Professor Gerald Robotnik, grandfather of Dr. Eggman and Maria Robotnik, was a scientist working with the Guardian Units of Nations, GUN. He led Project Shadow and studied Shadow the Hedgehog. After a GUN raid on his lab caused an explosion that killed Maria, Gerald became consumed by grief and plotted revenge, while Shadow remained in cryostasis. Decades later, Gerald hacked Prison Island systems to awaken Shadow, launching an attack on Commander Walters. Reuniting with Shadow, he joined forces with Eggman and his assistant Stone to execute his plan to use the Eclipse cannon on the space colony ARK to destroy Earth. However, after revealing his true motives, Gerald clashed with Eggman, who switched sides to help Team Sonic save the planet. During the final battle, Gerald was caught in a chaos energy field and disintegrated. In the games, Professor Gerald is a renowned scientist who created Shadow the Hedgehog with the help of Black Doom aboard the space colony ARK. He is also known for wearing Aztec pince-nez glasses, popular between 1890 and 1930. Knuckles, the Echidna. Knuckles! The Echidna is a red echidna from Mobius, trained as a warrior from a young age. After his tribe was destroyed in a war with the Owl Warriors, Knuckles became the last of his kind. Seeking revenge on Sonic the Hedgehog, Longclaw's apprentice, and driven by his acquisition of the Flames of Disaster, Knuckles embarked on a quest to find the Master Emerald. Along the way, he faced numerous challenges and gained allies, determined to fulfill his destiny. In the video game series, Knuckles is the last member of the Knuckles clan, tasked with guarding the Master Emerald, which keeps Angel Island afloat. His gullibility often allows Dr. Eggman to steal the emerald, forcing him to team up with Sonic. Like his game counterpart, Knuckles has a fondness for grapes. Kyle Lancebottom was assigned to monitor Shadow the Hedgehog on Prison Island, Tokyo, where Shadow lay in a deep sleep in his cryopod. One day, a soldier arrived with donuts, and Kyle mentioned he had already eaten all the Boston cream ones, much to the soldier's frustration. The soldier expressed his unease about the place, but Kyle reassured him, noting that Shadow hadn't shown signs of waking in 50 years. However, Kyle soon noticed alarming changes in Shadow's vital signs. He saw someone hacking into the prison systems, signaling that Shadow was waking up. Kyle quickly alerted the GUN soldiers, but despite their efforts, Shadow broke free from his cryopod and easily defeated them all. As Shadow left the island heading toward Tokyo, Kyle realized they had no more soldiers left, only the ones Shadow had already beaten. Maddie Wachowski. Dr. Maddie Wachowski, a veterinarian from Green Hills, Montana, played a key role in Sonic's journey to retrieve his lost rings in San Francisco and later witnessed his battle against Dr. Robotnik. She and her husband Tom became parental figures to Sonic, welcoming him into their family. While attending her sister Rachel's wedding in Hawaii, Maddie learned of Robotnik's return. Teaming up with Rachel, she helped rescue Tom, Sonic, and Tails from GUN. before returning to Green Hills.
Maddie supported Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in defeating the giant Eggman robot and assisted Sonic during his supersonic transformation. Later, Maddie and Tom helped Sonic's team infiltrate GUN headquarters. Following Tom's injury in a fight with Shadow the Hedgehog, Maddie stayed by his side until his recovery. After saving Earth, Maddie and her family celebrated by setting up a new campsite together.
Maria Robotnik. Maria Robotnik was the granddaughter of Gerald Robotnik. While he researched Shadow the Hedgehog, Maria formed a close bond with the alien creature. However, during a Guardian Units of Nations raid on the lab, an explosion tragically took Maria's life. Maria was known to play guitar for Shadow, once performing the chorus of Live and Learn by Crush 40, featured in Sonic Adventure 2. In the video game series, Maria was Dr. Eggman's terminally ill cousin and Gerald's granddaughter. She was shot during the GUN raid, but sacrificed herself to save her best friend Shadow, alongside her other close companion, the Commander. Ozzie! Ozzie is the loyal and affectionate dog of the Wachowski family. Always happy to be around his loved ones, he eagerly greets them and shows his affection, often licking Sonic whenever he can. Despite his friendly nature, Ozzie has protective instincts and reacts defensively to potential threats to his owners. In the Sonic the Hedgehog Archie comics series, Sonic has a similar pet dog named Mutsky. Ozzie was named after Josh Miller's childhood dog. Rockwell. Director Rockwell is a tough and no-nonsense leader in the Guardian Units of Nations. She prioritizes Earth's safety above all else, even going as far as securing the last Eclipse Cannon keycard in a high-security vault to prevent it from being misused. Rockwell has a strong distrust of alien beings like Team Sonic, often calling them aliens and showing little respect. Her suspicion worsened after Commander Walters was attacked, wrongly assuming Team Sonic was behind it to steal the keycard. She ignored Sonic's warnings that Team Robotnik was the real culprit. Rockwell shares similarities with Topaz from Sonic X, another GUN agent who started off distrusting aliens but eventually allied with them. Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog is a black hedgehog with red striped quills who came to Earth in a meteorite. Found by the Guardian Units of Nations, Shadow's powers were studied in a secret project led by Professor Gerald Robotnik. During this time, he formed a close bond with Maria Robotnik. However, when GUN raided the lab, an explosion killed Maria. Devastated, Shadow grew bitter toward humanity and was put into cryostasis on Prison Island. 50 years later, Gerald awakened Shadow to seek revenge on GUN and humanity. Teaming up with Dr. Eggman and his assistant Stone, Shadow helped plan an attack using the space colony ARC's Eclipse Cannon. While preparing the cannon, Shadow fought Sonic the Hedgehog in a chaotic duel. But Sonic's refusal to kill him made Shadow reconsider his motives. Realizing Maria wanted him to protect Earth, not destroy it, Shadow joined Sonic to stop the cannon, sacrificing himself to save the planet. Though thought dead, Shadow survived the explosion and returned to Earth. Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog is a blue hedgehog from Mobius with supersonic speed. Fleeing the Echidna tribe, he sought refuge on Earth, living in Green Hills, Montana, under the care of the Wachowski family after defeating Dr. Robotnik, who was exiled to another planet. Embracing his role as a hero, Sonic adopted the alias Blue Justice, but was warned to wait for the right time to act. Robotnik returned with Knuckles the Echidna, seeking the Master Emerald. Sonic, joined by Tails, stopped Robotnik, making amends with Knuckles, who joined Team Sonic. Together, they defeated Eggman and his giant robot, with Sonic harnessing the Chaos Emeralds to become Super Sonic. Later, Sonic faced Shadow the Hedgehog, reflecting on shared pain to reconcile and stop the Eclipse Cannon. Following Eggman and Shadow's sacrifices, Sonic continued his adventures, saved from robotic doppelgangers by Amy Rose. While observing Sonic, Tails discovered he prefers bubble baths to showers. Sonic is nicknamed the Blue Devil by Carl, which shares its name with Metal Sonic's vehicle in Sonic Drift 2. Stone. Agent Stone, Dr. Eggman's loyal assistant, initially worked with the U.S. Armed Forces and Robotnik to investigate the Green Hills energy surge. He aided Robotnik in pursuing Sonic the Hedgehog to harness his power for world domination. After Robotnik's banishment to the Mushroom Planet, Stone became a barista and later transformed his shop into the Mean Bean Coffee Cafe, secretly advancing Robotnik's plans.
Reuniting with Eggman and Knuckles, the Echidna, Stone helped search for the Master Emerald and briefly controlled the giant Eggman robot before Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails defeated them. Surviving the defeat, Stone evaded capture and hid with Eggman in the Mecha Crab. Stone later allied with Team Sonic to investigate hijacked flying eggs, but betrayed them to join Eggman, Gerald Robotnik, and Shadow the Hedgehog. Despite his loyalty, Stone tried to warn Eggman of Gerald's true intentions and was dismissed. In Eggman's final message, before sacrificing himself, he acknowledged Stone as his friend.
Tails. Miles Tails. Prower is a brilliant, two-tailed fox from a distant planet, often mocked for his unique ability to fly. Inspired by Sonic's energy surge, Tails followed him to Earth, rescuing him from Knuckles the Echidna and explaining the legend of the Master Emerald. Tails joined Sonic to stop Dr. Eggman, who betrayed Knuckles to seize the Emerald. After defeating Eggman's giant robot with Sonic and Knuckles, the trio formed Team Sonic to protect the Emerald. Tails later helped Sonic and Knuckles adjust to life on Earth and investigated strange activity from a friendly badnik named Unit. Recruited by GUN to stop Shadow the Hedgehog, Tails and his team faced betrayal by Eggman, who joined Gerald Robotnik and Shadow to activate the Eclipse Cannon. Tails and Knuckles joined forces with a reformed Eggman to thwart Gerald's plans. With Earth saved, Tails continued adventuring with his friends to protect the world.
Interesting fact, the device Tails brings with him to Earth is called the Miles Electric, the same handheld gadget he uses in the video game series, as confirmed by Tyson Hesse.
Tom Wachowski.
Sheriff Tom Wachowski is the Green Hills and Maddie's husband. Initially aspiring for a more thrilling career in San Francisco Police Department, his life changed when he discovered Sonic the Hedgehog after the Green Hills energy surge. Following a mishap that sent Sonic's rings to San Francisco, Tom helped Sonic retrieve them, facing off against Ivo Robotnik. With Maddie's help, they defeated Robotnik, banishing him to the Mushroom Planet, and welcomed Sonic into their family. Tom later arrested Lindsay's crew during a bank heist involving Robotnik's badniks and advised Sonic to prioritize responsibility over heroism. While attending Rachel's wedding in Hawaii, Tom learned of Robotnik's return and aided Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles in defeating the giant Eggman robot. Afterward, Tom comforted Sonic, reminding him of Longclaw's enduring love. During a mission to infiltrate GUN headquarters, Tom was severely injured by Shadow the Hedgehog, but recovered with his family's support after Team Sonic saved the planet.
Wade Whipple.
Deputy Wade Whipple of Green Hills, Montana, has a complex past, including rivalries with his sister Wanda and abandonment by his father, Pistol Pete Whipple. During Sonic and Tom's trip to San Francisco, Wade accidentally exposed their plan to the U.S. Armed Forces and Dr. Eggman. Despite this, he helped Sonic defeat Robotnik upon his return to Green Hills. Later, Wade assisted Sonic and Tails in investigating the Master Emerald and briefly captured Stone, Eggman's assistant, but faced humiliation when Eggman used the Emerald's power. After being kicked from his bowling team, Knuckles trained Wade in Echidna warrior techniques, leading to adventures in Reno, Nevada, and a rescue mission from bounty hunters. Along the way, Wade reconciled with his family and overcame betrayal by his father. Winning the bowling tournament of champions and defeating the buyer, Wade returned to Green Hills, where Knuckles appointed him as guardian of the Master Emerald, a role briefly disrupted by Sonic during a hockey game. Walters.
Commander Walters, a key figure in the Guardian Units of Nations, led the raid on Professor Gerald Robotnik's lab to capture Shadow the Hedgehog, a product of Project Shadow. The operation resulted in Maria Robotnik's tragic death and Shadow's cryostasis on Prison Island. Years later, Walters, now vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, recruited Dr. Ivo Robotnik after the Green Hills energy surge. Following Robotnik's exposure as a villain, Walters praised the Wachowskis for their discretion and later rose to commander of GUN, tasked with addressing alien threats. He initiated Operation Catfish to apprehend Sonic during Rachel's wedding, but soon collaborated with the Wachowskis to confront the resurgent Dr. Eggman. After Eggman's defeat, Walters investigated a 50-year-old file from the crash site. Shadow's awakening spurred Walters to enlist Team Sonic's aid. During an attack by Gerald Robotnik's flying eggs, Walters was fatally wounded but entrusted Sonic with an Eclipse Cannon keycard to safeguard Earth.
Thanks for watching! Like, subscribe and see you next time. Bye!